Welcome to a new Whip Wednesday crochet show. I am so excited to be here. I'm your host, Nikki of Nikki's Homemade Crafts. I would love to know what's on your hook right now. It's Whip Wednesday after all. We all want to know. I see some of you guys are working on the mystery crochet along, and then some of you guys, it looks like there's a Roomba mushroom dude. That sounds really fun. Then others are working on the Christmas mosaic crochet blanket, and of course, the mystery crochet along. I love seeing everyone working on these, and I totally understand that some of you guys have so many different types of projects happening all at the same time. Sounds like me. But the fun thing is about mystery crochet alongs is that you can squeeze them in between. It gives you a little bit of a mental break of a bigger project like the mosaic crochet Christmas blanket. Quick little reminder, I do have multiple different types of crochet alongs happening all year long. So let me explain. I have a year-long crochet along happening right now. Let me show you. This is what we're working on right now. This is the Christmas mosaic crochet blanket. All right, check out my website, nikkishomemadeCrafts.com, if you want to be part of this crochet along. It's gonna run all year long, so there is absolutely no way that you cannot not catch up, meaning you can catch up. Okay, double negative makes it positive. So you have absolutely everything in your hands to catch up very easily. There's a lot of crocheters that are just jumping in now, and that's totally fine. You don't have to finish by the end of the year, but I am giving away something fun at the end. It's a surprise gift for 3 people who are finishing up the crochet along on time and are posting it right before the deadline or anytime before the deadline using specific hashtag. Anyways, so that's our year-long crochet alongs. It's a long one. Every month there's a part coming out, and you already know the pattern, right? Then we have every 2 months, we have something called a live crochet along where you know the pattern ahead of time as well, but I'm breaking it up into 3 parts and I'm teaching the entire pattern live on camera, and you get extra support, etc., etc. Okay, so that happens every 2 months. We started in February, so the next one will be roughly April. Okay, so then we have every single month are really quick yet mysterious patterns, and that's what we're talking about today, is a mystery crochet along. So all of the patterns in the mystery crochet along are typically quick patterns. I really aim for having a quick pattern where you don't need a lot of yarn and you can squeeze it in between other projects, whether it's between a blanket or a hat or scarf, and you just need a few rows or few pieces that you're crocheting for every single part. And I now of course make sure that you have not only the written instructions, but you also have the video tutorial that comes with it, okay, that teaches you everything that you need to know about each pattern part. Okay, so it's very detailed. It's ideal for beginners, intermediate, and even advanced. Anyone will have fun with it, and this is really what makes it super fun, is that mysterious part of it. And I love seeing everyone guessing, what are we making? So while I'm talking about the yarn and the parts that we already have available, you guys let me know. What do you think? What are we working on right now? What is going to be the mystery crochet along pattern? I would love to know your guesses. Now, I won't tell you whether you're right or wrong, but I will for sure enjoy seeing everyone's comments. And who knows, maybe one of you guys actually, figures it out. We'll see. Okay, let me talk about the yarn for a second. So in case you are curious, okay, this is the yarn we're using for this mystery crochet along. At least I am using it. Now you don't have to, okay? I mentioned you can totally use from your stash, but I want to show you what I used. I'm using Premier's, Premier's Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted Yarn, okay? I used it in the color, I think this is mustard and lemon, okay? And then I used a 4mm crochet hook. Now, every month, as I said, we have a mystery crochet along. So the mystery crochet along typically has a different theme every month so that you kind of know at least something that we're working on, right? So kind of you want to know, okay, what's the theme? What are we doing? Okay, if you already don't know the pattern, right? Which is fine, right? A lot of you guys love like mystery things. I like detective shows and mystery shows and stuff like that. So if you're like me, this is all for you, okay? Like figure it out on the way, okay? So what are we actually doing this month? Well, this month is all about the waffle stitch, okay? So let me show you. So we started with part 1. Let me scooch over. Okay, this is part 1. This is what we did, okay? So the very first thing right away when you started the mystery crochet along, part 1, is you learned how to do the mystery stitch, which is in this case the waffle stitch, okay? So you learned step by step on how to do the waffle stitch. Now, one stitch I included in there that is called the ATC, also known as the stacked single crochet or alternative turning chain, is really what the ATC stands for, right? And it's pretty much making it that it's a little bit of a cleaner look, and it's the height of a double crochet. You can make it even bigger for treble, etc., right? But I used that stitch and I explained it in the video how to do it so that you have a cleaner edge and it's not like a chain of 2 and not counted and chain of 3 and then counted, but you have a hard time getting into the chains. It's a whole mess, okay? Alternative turning chain is the way to go. Like that's all I use in terms of double crochet and taller. That's what I use. That's my go-to stitch, okay? That's what I'm going to use. Anyways, so this is what you learned and this is what you did in part 1. So you have this big piece. Don't ask me right now the dimensions. I don't remember on top of my head, but I think it was something about 13 times 8. Did I say that correct? I don't remember. Anyways, it's a rectangle, okay? So that is part 1. So that's one piece of the puzzle, okay? So what else do we do? Well, in part 2, you also did another one, okay? You did the waffle stitch again. Well, it is the waffle stitch mystery crochet along, so you're going to continue on with waffle stitches, right? And it's such a fun pattern. It's such a fun stitch. We have some texture in the front and you have more of a flat area on the back. It's absolutely stunning. I love this stitch and it gets you a little hungry, doesn't it? It makes you hungry. And you probably noticed I used actually like the food colors or like roughly the food colors because I felt like it looked more appropriate. It's the waffle stitch, might as well, right? So anyways, then you made these 2 little rectangles for the for part 2, but that's not all you did. You also made one extra little piece, which was not the waffle stitch, but it's important for the pattern. So I included it, but it might be for some of you guys a brand new stitch. And this one is called the linked treble crochet stitch. The fun thing about linked treble crochet, or I should say all linked stitches, is that there's no gaps between the stitches, which makes it very unique, very fun. It is actually part of the Tunisian crochet family, but it doesn't use a Tunisian crochet hook. And as you can see, I used my regular crochet hook for that. And it is literally the height of a treble crochet stitch. But if you really look at it closely, it is the Tunisian simple stitch. You're just making it in a different direction, right? So you're going up and down instead of, well, you're going vertical instead of horizontal, if that makes sense, okay? So it's considered a treble crochet stitch, just linked with each other. So linked between the stitches, which removes the gaps and makes it really, really cool. And that is an important part of the pattern. What does that mean? Well, you guys think about it. You guys tell me, what do you guys think? Okay, this is an important part, okay, of the pattern. It is a clue to the mystery. Why did I use linked crochet? And why do we use the waffle stitch? That's another one, okay? So what do you guys think, okay? Do you have any ideas of what we're making? Because these are the parts that we just worked on, okay? So all three of them. So let's go back. We did this one, right? Oopsie, wrong hand. This one, okay? Then we did this one. So both of those, the yellow ones, are for part 2. And then there's part 3. However, we're not done yet. Okay, we still have part 3. So we did one. Did I say part 3 just now? I meant part 1 is what you just did. Okay, what I just showed you was part 1. Anyways, part 1, part 2. So you have 4 pieces in total right now, but you're not done yet. I'm going to give you one hint. Okay, we're going to make an additional 4 pieces, small pieces. 4 small pieces are still missing to the entire pattern. And yes, you're going to use the waffle stitch again. So that's part 3. So I'm not going to say any more, but I want to know what you guys think. Okay. And I'm going to show some of you guys are off. I love it. Okay. So let's see. Okay. I'm going to go up so I can see some of you guys. I'm looking at you guys. Okay. So we have, Kim is saying something with 2 small pockets. I love that. Are you assuming that the little waffle stitch rectangles are the pockets? Just confirming. Is that what you're saying? Because that sounds very interesting. Possibly a purse or a messenger bag working on a current larger rectangle. I love that idea. Gloria loves the waffle stitch. It's really fun, right? Once you get a hang of it, you feel like you want to do it all the time because really it's just like a 2-row repeat, right? You do over and over again, and it makes it really, really, really fun. Let's see. Ruby's thinking that it might be a tool keeper. Ooh, what kind of tools? Now I'm curious. What kind of tools? Then someone is agreeing with Kim. Yay. So true. Small bag with divider and pockets. Love that. That's what I was just thinking, Gloria. Okay. I love you guys' conversation back and forth. The bottom of the bag. Okay. I agreeing with everyone else. Something with pockets. You know, you guys know I love pockets. So who knows? Maybe. Jennifer says she's so new to crocheting. Creative enough. Yay, so happy. I'm glad you learned something new. Woohoo. Ooh, I just heard myself. Sorry. Yay. I'm so glad you learned something new. Okay, and then we have Susan. She just joined. She loves the waffle stitch. Yay, an AGC. It's just small 2 pieces, final piece. Thinking of a box type of accessory. That sounds very interesting. I love that. Okay, always wanted to learn the waffle stitch. That's perfect. You're here. Yes, the waffle stitch makes me hungry. Me too. And it's almost dinner time. At least for me, it's almost dinner time. So yes, it definitely makes me hungry thinking about it. So, and there's a few questions I've gotten kind of in between while we are working on the Mystery Crochet Along. And one of the questions I've gotten is from people that are currently not working on the Mystery Crochet Along. And they're asking me like, what else can I make with a waffle stitch? Well, there is something coming. And there's a lot of things you can make with a waffle stitch. To be clear, you can literally use any stitch for everything, okay? Whether it's going to look good or not, that's literally a subjective subject. Subjective subject. It's up to you. It's an opinion, okay? So you can actually use any stitch for anything, right? If you really think about it. But sometimes certain stitches look really good to show something off. So for example, if you want to show off food, right? Waffle stitch is just the first thing I think about, right? You want to use something that actually represents or looks like whatever you're making, right? So in a waffle stitch, I would probably make, you know, maybe a little waffle would be fun, right? Now that's not what we're making for the Mystery Crochet Along. I'm just like, you know, I'm answering someone else's question, right? They were asking, what can you make with a waffle stitch? Well, you could make a waffle, right? You literally could make a waffle. Might as well, right? There's so many things you can do with it. Oh, Ruby was answering her own question, or my question. Crochet tools. Ooh, I love it. So what, like notions, hooks and things? Maybe. It's fun. It is super fun. I love the waffle stitch. It is such a fun pattern, such a fun stitch that once you get in a rhythm of it, you just want to continue, right? I mean, please tell me if I'm not the only one. You just want to continue on, right? So anyways, so you guys gave me some ideas, so I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to tell you if you're on the right track or not. I want to get your brain thinking a little bit more. But I do want to say one more thing here. Okay, for those who are signed up for the Mystery Crochet Along, and if you haven't yet, you can. Let me give you a link, okay? I'm going to pop up the link real quick so you can see it right there. Okay, you can join the Waffle Stitch still. It is easy to catch up. Some of you guys like crocheted those what is it, 4 pieces so far in maybe an hour or two, maybe even less than that. Some of you guys were so quick. I was like impressed. I was like, whoa, I just published it. Goodness, did you just finish this already? Anyways, you can easily catch up, right? If you have some worsted yarn at home, you're good, all right? Just catch up. So there we go. So anyways, parts 1 and 2 are already available. Your video tutorials and written instructions already there. But here's the cool thing. If you are signed up already, you get early access, which also means you get early access to part 3, okay? And which comes out technically on Friday, but for those who are signed up, okay, they are getting access to it the evening before. Well, for me, it's evening, okay? I'm Pacific time, so I'm on the West Coast, so whatever is evening, late afternoon, evening. So for me, I usually do it around between 4 and 5. So that's usually estimated when it's going to be. And then I send out an email for those who signed up. And if you don't see the email, it may have gone into your spam folder. You got to move it into your primary so you don't miss any emails. Always move my emails into your primary folder so that way you will never miss it. Sometimes for Gmail, it even goes into promotional. Just drag it over. If you're on desktop, drag it over to your primary. That's literally what you do. You click and drag and then you put it over there so that way you won't miss anything. Okay, it's really important, especially if you're part of an event. You don't want to miss anything. I mean, that's boring, right? Anyways, I'm in love with the stitch too. Yay! Can I use any yarn? Yes, you can actually use any yarn. So I used this worsted yarn, okay, so you can use any yarn you wish. I recommend kind of sticking roughly with food colors just to make it more fun, right? I mean, it is the waffle stitch after all. Might as well stick with food colors, right? I mean, that's kind of what waffles look like, right? Like brownish, like light brown, maybe it's a goldish color. Is that golden mustard, I guess? Lemon. I mean, those are colors that are kind of, you know, closely resemble the waffles, you know, that you see from actual food waffles. So might as well stick with them. So, but you can totally use different colors. I've seen some people use blue and green and pink and even variegated yarn. I personally don't think variegated yarn is a very good choice here, but if you want to use it, go for it. I just think it might be too busy. That's just my personal opinion. It may be too busy. I personally prefer variegated yarn when I combine it with a bold color, but I'm crocheting with them at the same time. So think of like mosaic crochet or something like that. That makes the variegated yarn not so busy in your head, right? But it can happen. Like it can be like a little overwhelming. So think about it. Okay, someone says she needs a new toaster. Yeah. Hey, if you just crochet all of them, right, you might not need one. I mean, you can't eat it, but you can display it nicely. So anyways, Georgia says a toaster with 2 waffles. Yes, go for it. Anyways, so that's what we're working on. Come sign up here if you haven't joined yet. It is so much fun. And if you, once you're in my newsletter, I recommend staying on my newsletter. Not that I'm going to like bother you all anything, but I do create quite a bit of content every week, or I mean, I send out roughly 3 to 4 regular emails per week, right? Unless I have a big event happening, then I send maybe a few extra, so that happens, right? Just because I want to make sure you don't miss anything. But I do publish quite a bit of new free crochet patterns all the time. I just last week I published the raised ripple hat, which is related to the alpine stitch, and that went bonkers. Everyone loved it. So if you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. It's on my website, nikkishomemakercrafts.com. And I also published a basketball keychain, a little tiny one. I should have grabbed it right now to show you, but those 2 are really, really fun. Excuse me. And I publish things all the time, okay? So once you're in my newsletter, you will also get reminder emails about future crochet alongs. as we just talked about, I run a lot of different types of crochet alongs. So if you're in my newsletter, you will never miss anything. Okay. And I have so many fun events planned this year. It's going to be the year for crochet and crochet alongs and community. This is literally, I'm just going to say it like that. And it's true because I have so many crochet alongs running this year that I feel like we're really building the community to have so much fun. And please tell me if I'm not the only one. Okay. Let me know. Do you love community events in terms of crochet, like crochet alongs? Do you love them? Because I feel like they are so much fun, and I'm just the one hosting it, right? I mean, it is hard to come up with the designs, don't get me wrong. It's sometimes a struggle, but it's always worth it. Like once it clicks in my head, it's like, I know what to make. Okay. Once it clicks, then it just flows, and it's just so much fun. All right, so you guys have really enjoyed it. I've been crocheting for years, and I've learned 2 new stitches this week. I'm really enjoying the mystery crochet along very much. Yay! That's kind of my goal, right? Like I want to make sure that you guys have fun, but you also learn something new every time, right? And it's free content, right? Did you guys know I am really close to 100K on YouTube? I think I'm about to hit 92,000, so which means we're only 8,000 away. Do you know enough friends to get us to 100K? Can we get there sooner? I'm like really excited. In fact, I just reached 150,000 on Instagram, like literally overnight. I hit 150,000, and I'm 222,000 on Facebook, which is fun. It's a fun number, 222. So we'll see when we're gonna reach 100K on YouTube. I'm like so excited about it. So we'll see. You will see. Okay. You guys all loving it? Yay! My first one. And yes, I'm enjoying it. I am so glad. Love quick projects, learning new things. That's what it's all about. By the way, if you are part of my membership, the Crochet Club, okay, there's like over 500 members in there. I think we're over 550 members. You guys get, of course, all my patterns ad free. You just have to log in, right? And you go, if you can't find them in a specific category where it should be, like the mystery crochet along patterns are all in the mystery crochet along category, right? But if you want to find any other patterns, there's a search bar. You just search in there, and then the search feature will find it for you. You just need to know the name of the pattern. So it's specific about the name. So if you make a typo, I ain't going to find it, unfortunately. But if you know the name of the pattern and you want it ad free and you're in a membership, well, just type in the name and you're good to go. Okay. Yes, you just subscribed. Woohoo! I am so glad. I know. Congrats. Thank you. I'm like really excited. You know what I'm going to get when I reach 100K on YouTube? YouTube is the only platform that gives you flags once you hit a certain milestone, like 100K, a million, right? 10 million, 100 million, etc. I mean, I think I'm going to reach at some point in my life, hopefully 1 million. I'm not sure about 10 million. But who knows, right? But let's reach 100K first. And I'm going to get like a silver flag. And that's like so exciting. I think I'm going to put it right there so everyone can see it. Like I'm really giggly about it. So we'll see when I'm going to hit it. Anyways, do you guys have any further questions about the mystery crochet along? I want to know. Now, the one question I won't be answering is, what is it? That's not going to happen. I won't tell you. Okay. But I would love to answer any further questions you may have in terms of the mystery crochet along, or if you have a question about the waffle stitch or the link treble crochet stitch, that's totally fine. I did make a teeny tiny typo, by the way, and Amanda, I think, was it? Yes, Amanda found it. I wrote by accident 3rd, 4th, and 5th chain. I meant 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. I don't know why I wrote it that way, but I fixed it right away as soon as I saw it. So it's all fixed now, all good. I said it properly in the video, by the way. It just happened that I wrote it incorrectly into the pattern, but it's fine. The video said it correctly, and we're all good. Even if you made it exactly the way I wrote it, it's totally fine. That one little chain is not going to make a difference. Okay. It's going to be fine. Okay. It's going to still be roughly the dimensions that we need. So you don't have to rip it out or anything. It's totally fine if it worked out that way. Anyways, okay, so you guys are all good. Woohoo! Okay, I hope to see you guys here maybe on Saturday. Little heads up, we're going to have a big waffle stitch party happening on Saturday. So you better show up, especially if you're part of the mystery crochet along and if you love waffle stitches. Even if you didn't join the mystery crochet along and you love waffle stitches, that's going to be the one that you want to join, okay? Just that you know. It's called the Waffle Stitch Party. It's going to happen this Saturday at noon Pacific time. So hopefully you're going to join because it's going to be so much fun, like so much fun. And I'm giving away prizes, so might as well come. Okay. Is correct size more important than stitch count? Yes. I would say aim for the sizing. If you are little off, it's okay. I think it's going to be fine. You'll see in the end in part 3 is going to be fine. If you're off like a half an inch or a full inch, it's fine. I promise you it will all work out. I promise you. The one thing I'm going to tell you is it's not a wearable, because if it's a wearable, I would be more picky. It is not a wearable. Okay. I'll tell you that. So don't you worry if it's a little teeny tiny bit off, you'll be fine. Okay. I give you one little hint. If the linked crochet piece is a little smaller than mine, it might actually benefit you. So it might be better that way. So it's totally fine. And most of you guys are right in the range where you should be. So you're all good. Okay. We're all good. If usually for the mystery crochet alongs, I say go by measurement over row or stitch count. And if you're off just a tiny bit, it'll be fine. I promise you it'll be fine. Okay. Stay positive, smile. You guys are amazing. You guys all rock. I'm so excited you're here. And I hope to see you guys for the big waffle stitch party happening on Saturday. So until then, bye.